Dave Ramsey makes a crazy move in real estate. This is Scott Compa, and I'm here to tell you that what Dave Ramsey has done is just terrible for his fans, his clients, and his endorsed local providers. Dave Ramsey has just announced they're no longer partnering with EXP Realty and any of their agents. So why is this terrible, and why does it matter? First, let me explain what a Dave Ramsey Trusted ELP is. An ELP, it's Dave's endorsed local provider that Dave recommends. Now, Dave has all kinds of ELPs for insurance, accountants, financial people, and real estate agents. So what most people don't know is to become an ELP, you have to pay Dave $3,000 up front, and that's just to get into the program. Then, you have to pay him a monthly fee of up to $500 a month. So for the first year, that's right, the ELP has to give Dave up to $9,000, and that's without any kind of leads. So finally, when one of his fans goes to his website and they put in their info to try to get help, the ELPs get the client's info. Yes, I said ELPs. The same lead goes out to 3 agents, so the client gets bombarded with calls, texts, and emails, and they get to compete with one another to try to work with that client. So finally, you get to work with somebody and you have a transaction with a Dave Ramsey lead. You have to pay Dave Ramsey 30% of the entire commission. So as you may or may not know, I was with RE/MAX for over 12 years. I joined EXP almost 2 years ago, and I wasn't recruited by anybody. I researched the company. And one day, I was scrolling on Facebook, and I saw an agent I knew, as we both had the same real estate coach. And I knew he worked at Keller Williams, but I saw he made the move to EXP a few months ago. So I reached out to him, asked him some questions, and then you know what? I joined EXP. And since then, I've been blown away. EXP has been incredible in almost all aspects. So when I joined, there was about 20,000 agents, and now they have over 56,000 agents. And EXP, it's completely different than anything I've ever experienced in 16 years of real estate. And what I know from my prior brokerages is real estate, it's always been cutthroat. You had to hide what you were doing and who you were talking to, as there were agents that would actually try to go and steal your client before you could sign a contract with them. And at my first brokerage, there was an agent that found out another agent was going to list their house. So this agent, they went and they baked him a cake and took it over there, and then they ended up listing their house. So why are so many real estate agents joining EXP Realty? And why has it become the fastest growing real estate company? So the difference is that EXP, it's not competition among its agents. EXP, they've created something that's a collaboration. EXP has created something special. EXP agents, they're sharing their complete playbook. I mean, I can join a daily webinar or meeting to discuss any issues or problems that I'm having. And leading these meetings, they're some of the most experienced agents out there. So most likely, they've run into that same issue that I might be having. And if they haven't, you know what? They know who I can contact to help. And I can call another EXP agent anywhere in the country or the world probably, or even in my direct market, and I can ask them questions. And you know what? They're going to share everything with me. And this has been the complete opposite of anything that I've ever encountered working at a brokerage. Everyone at EXP wants EXP to succeed. So how did Dave Ramsey fire his ELP agents? I received an email stating, "I hope your week is going well. I have an ELP update that I need to speak with you about in the next few days. Don't worry, you haven't done anything wrong. There's an update I need to make you aware of, and we can develop a plan together. I have some times next Wednesday and Thursday." So what do? I immediately email him back and say, "Hey, let's hop on a call right now. There's no need to wait," as I'm thinking maybe a client had an issue with my service. He says he has no availability, and we'll talk next week. So after me worrying, for days about an unhappy client, I finally had my call, and my coach says, "I'm sorry I have to do this, but the leadership team, they've looked at your brokerage model and decided it does not align with Dave Ramsey values. So we have decided to part ways with EXP Realty. So effective immediately, you're done. I said, wait, your email said we can come up with a plan for an issue. He said, yeah, if you leave EXP and go to another brokerage, that I can continue to work as a Dave Ramsey trusted ELP. So I asked him, what's wrong with EXP? And he said, because of our revenue share with our agents, we have agent attraction, and that can be a distraction from serving Dave Ramsey clients. And I questioned him again, and he said he can have someone on the leadership team reach out to me to go into more detail. I said, great. So that call came, and I was asked for details of what triggered their decision to part ways with EXP. You know what? I was given the same exact canned response as before, and I asked him, well, how is EXP different than Dave Ramsey Solutions? You see, Dave Ramsey's #1 company value is share the profit. We win together, we lose together. So I asked if they were parting ways with other real estate companies like Keller Williams because they have profit sharing and agent attraction. And I even emailed him the entire Keller Williams profit sharing plan and how the Keller Williams tree benefits agents who recruit other agents. And he just kept saying, I'm sorry, we have made our decision. So I asked to speak to someone above him so I can really know what the details are that, why they're not going to work with EXP Realty anymore. And he said, there's no one else I can talk to. So why is this outrageous move terrible for Dave Ramsey and their fans? You see, EXP has top agents around the country, and more agents are joining EXP every day. So if all the top agents, if they're not with EXP now, I believe they're going to be here sooner than later. So Dave Ramsey clients, they're no longer going to be able to get help from top agents, even though Dave Ramsey represents that his clients get to work with an expert agent. So the clients are going to suffer, and Dave Ramsey's reputation is also going to suffer. So one thing I didn't tell you is that to be a Dave Ramsey endorsed local provider, you must attend a monthly mastermind. Now these masterminds, they're made up of 18 or 20 or so ELP agents that are pretty much in your same time zone. So why is getting rid of EXP bad for the masterminds? You see, each mastermind, it's run by a Dave Ramsey real estate coach. Now the problem here, these Dave Ramsey real estate coaches, they have no experience in selling real estate. And what I know from attending these masterminds is that Dave Ramsey hires almost any agent, including newer agents. And when we, finish up the meetings, we set a goal to accomplish something by the next meeting. And some of these agents' stretch goals were to get a CRM and put their leads in it. Now, I have nothing against new agents. In fact, I love helping new agents. I'm actually a certified mentor with EXP, and I get to work with newer agents all the time as they come to EXP. So during these masterminds, the real estate coach brings up the topic for the meeting, and then pretty much they don't have anything to add. Now, the top agents, we discuss best practices, and we try to help the other agents in the group. So now, with EXP Realty and the top agents gone, this means that the not so experienced agents are helping inexperienced agents. No longer can I help Dave Ramsey ELP agents that only sell a few houses a year. So the entire real estate ELP agents, they're not going to be able to learn from the top EXP real estate agents. And then the agents that are left, they're probably not going to give the best advice to their client. And in the end, their client's going to suffer. So what does Dave Ramsey always say? Any debt is stupid, right? Unfortunately, there's many agents who go into debt just to join this program. Now, I've done the math, and having to pay Dave Ramsey a monthly fee and 30% of every commission that I do with Dave Ramsey, it's not the most lucrative lead source available, but I stayed an endorsed local provider for years and years because I liked helping Dave's clients, and I also liked helping the other real estate ELPs. I still remember getting to tell my first buyer that their offer got accepted, and the smile on their face went ear to ear. Unfortunately, for some reason, Dave has made a knucklehead decision, and I no longer will be able to help his buyers, Dave's sellers, or his other agents. So John 7:24 says, stop judging by mere appearances, but instead judge correctly. Now, Dave, he's judged by appearances, which seem to be in line with his own company values, but now says the two companies are not aligned. But what's interesting is Dave is out recruiting new agents to replace the hundreds of EXP agents they just fired. So I'm not sure how recruiting and sharing the profits for Dave Ramsey Solutions is any different than EXP sharing their revenue and attracting agents who EXP actually helps them become better agents because of our community. And then these EXP agents, they're better able to serve buyers and sellers and Dave's clients. So to me, this decision, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm no longer a Dave Ramsey trusted ELP, but I am still a trusted real estate agent who sold thousands of homes, and I'm here to help you in any way that I can, whether it's sharing best practices or whether it's helping you buy or sell your dream home. And I'll leave you with, there is no Jew nor Greek, there is neither slave nor free, there is no male and female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. Thank you.